Hey, what's happening guys? Mike from MetaComix coming at you with a review for Secret Wars number 3. As always, there are massive spoilers in this review, so if you haven't read the issue, go do that first and then come back and enjoy the review. So let's talk about the story here. The issue kicks things off with Sheriff Stephen Strange, aka Doctor Strange, informing Doctor Doom of all that's going on in the world when they receive news about the Cabal's ship and the murdered member of the Thor Corps. After going to investigate the ship, they discover Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, who remembers the time before Doom. Strange sends the Thor Corps to track down the Cabal. We then cut over to Doom talking with Susan Storm, where we find out that Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, wasn't really that big of a fan of Doom being in charge, so he got labeled a threat and was stuck in the sky to become the son of Battleworld as his punishment. Strange, Thor, and Miles go to a secret hideout safe from the prying eyes of the Battleworld, where another ship is waiting that hasn't been opened. Thor opens it and beholds Star-Lord, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Reed Richards, the female Thor, and Black Panther are all aboard. Finally, we catch up to the Cabal sitting around a campfire when all of a sudden the Thor Corps shows up, and that's where we're left hanging. Alright, let's talk about what I liked about the issue. This issue is massively character-driven with basically no action anywhere, but that's okay given the level of character exploration done by Hickman, who really fills out the pages with interesting insights into both Doom and Doctor Strange. The dialogue in this issue is some of the best that Hickman has ever written, in my opinion. It was deep, philosophical, in a roundabout way, and peeled back a few more layers on Doom that help you see him in a slightly different perspective. Unlike previous work where there is a ton of jargon, the writing here is clear and pretty easy to follow. The art by Isad Rebic, I'm pretty sure I just totally annihilated that guy's name, is pretty decent, but it's not really my cup of tea. Some of the pages kind of remind me of like watercolor paintings, and that's just really not my thing, although the art certainly isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not the kind of art style that I particularly care for. I was super excited to see some of the surviving heroes from the 616 again, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Peter Parker and Miles Morales team up against Doom. I'm hoping that happens. I really like the idea of Doom being sort of vulnerable in this issue, and seeing that he isn't truly a deity, but a man playing God, trying to take on problems and issues that an all-knowing, all-powerful deity could easily handle, but he himself is inadequate to keep up with it all. He's an egomaniac who strongly desires to be worshipped as a god, and he finds that people aren't in awe of him as much as he craves them to be and wants to inspire them to give him their devotion. It's a fantastic exploration of the psyche of a man who's reaching for the perfection of the divine, but falling woefully short. Now let's talk about what I disliked about the issue. I really don't have a whole lot of gripes with this issue other than there not being a whole lot of action and not being a super big fan of the art style. Given the mounds of character development in this issue, I could totally overlook the lack of action though, and since the story is pretty satisfying, the art doesn't really bother me that much either. Overall, I thought this was a fantastic issue. I highly recommend you pick it up. I give it a score of 9 out of 10. So what did you guys think of the issue? Make sure to leave your comments down below.